There we go. Look at that beautiful creature. Oh, you just have to stop and admire the bumblebees. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I don't know if you can see behind me, but brief rainstorm. They are calling for heavy thunderstorms today, so actually what I did is, it's just about 10 o'clock right now, and I went out early this morning and tried to get as much garden video and stuff as I could before the rain hit. But probably about 1 o'clock we're going to get some pretty heavy thunderstorms, and just trying to avoid being out in it. We've had a busy, crazy week. The boys have been working on a very special project, and see if we can't get Mark to put a couple of pictures up of that. We did get about a 2-day break in the rain, so I was able to get caught up on some replanting and some weeding and stuff. You know, you never quite get caught up on all of that, but it feels good to at least try to think you are caught up. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that footage, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and there's the garden and the chickens, and you can see back there, way back there past the silo, that the clouds are really starting to roll in. So I'm going to get down there in the garden and we're going to take a little look around, and I'll be right back. Okay, the first stop I wanted to make was to show you how big those sunflowers are getting. They are about chin height on me now. And you see how thick those stalks are. You can see through there is Mark's project corn. Those sunflowers are huge. Okay, wanted to take a peek down here in the squash. And you can see there's lots of little yellow squash in there. But look at the dome of leaves over that bed. Absolutely huge. And we got the pole beans are climbing the trellis. But something else I wanted to show you. Yesterday I saw my first Japanese beagle. So I went ahead and put 4 of these up. And more beans. There's all my volunteer tomatoes. And those things are getting huge. I don't know. That plant's maybe, I don't know, about 8 inches tall. But look how thick the stalk is on that. Yeah, those guys are just going to take over and fill this bed up. There are still more coming up. And remember, this is Chubbs. And that was the nickname for a tomato plant that I planted. One plant right there that just took over this bed by itself. And these are all of her little volunteer babies. So I have no doubt that bed is going to be completely full. But garlic definitely is going to come out soon. And got the blooms all over the peppers, and there's little tiny peppers all over the place in here too. And take a quick look down the bucket garden on this side. And there's the little peppers that I planted from seed. Now those still need to be separated. Probably put into this empty bed. But we've got, oh, look at that. I don't know if I caught him. There was just a bumblebee. Maybe he'll come back. There we go. Look at that beautiful creature. Oh, you just have to stop and admire the bumblebees. Okay, we're going to look down here in the zucchini. And there are little tiny zucchinis all over the place in here too. Which is exciting because I love fresh squash in the summer. But how exciting. Now, I replanted this bed a couple of days ago, so nothing will be up in it yet. But I put, if I remember right, I put the butternut squash in here. I should have put a tag because I don't always remember. My memory's not quite as good as it used to be. There's plenty more to look at and things we've been up to this week, so hold on. Quick look at the other side of the bucket garden, but what I wanted to show you is this guy. Those are one of them. I don't know if I can show you. You see where the green is on it? If I remember right, those are zephyrs. And they're actually one of my favorite yellow squash. They slice up really nice and fry up really well in butter. Okay, the other thing too is all of that dill. Those are as tall as I am. In fact, that one right there is a bit taller. Yeah, so they're getting their grow on definitely. And there's all the cabbage, and you can see the giant squash bed down there. We'll come in here and take a peek. Now I've got beans in here too, but these are the little tiny husk cherries, and some of them aren't quite so tiny anymore, but they are blooming. Let me show you those pretty little flowers. Okay, we did get a break in the rain for a couple of days, and I came out to survey the damage from my arch nemesis, a rabbit. He did get a couple of my bean plants, and I think the birds helped out on eating a couple of my little squash plants when they emerged. But I have replanted all of this, and it should fill in here in about a week. To sweet corn garden, and there are, we'll walk down here. I did put sunflowers in here, and he's only about a foot tall, but the tops on those things are so big. But I did find that somebody dug up some of my seeds, so I did have to replant a few of those too. But got plenty more to look at, so hold on. Okay, just going to take a quick long look down the wooden boxes. These strawberries are starting to put their runners off, so it's not going to be very long that I'll have to get in there and start putting cups on all of the starts to get them ready. And those are the San Marzano tomatoes. And you can see how thick the stalks are on those too. Ooh, I love the smell of a healthy tomato plant. At my caraway and my cilantro, and I wanted to show you what was going on over here. This is where I planted watermelons, and if you see all these divots, the birdies decided that it would make a really nice spot for a dirt bath. But they didn't tear the mounds up, they went all the way around them. So, not exactly sure how to feel about that, but they didn't dig them up, so Another thing I wanted to show you here. Get down in here. Look at the size of that radish. That, I think, is the biggest radish I have ever grown. That thing is huge. 5 fingers tall. So I think I'm going to have to come out here and get these radishes pulled. There's the carrots. And I just realized, I was looking, that one is split really bad. That shows you how much rain that we've had. So I definitely need to get those pulled out. There's a box of carrots. There's a box of carrots. And my chives are still really tiny little things and look like green hairs. So the tomatoes, and they are outgrowing their buckets, and haven't lost any of my running around critters, no rabbits or anything, so happy for that. And we're going to go over here and look at the sweet potato bed, and I'll be right back. Okay, you can see that they have all decided that they weren't pathetic, and they could, in fact, thrive. I know it sounds kind of funny, and it's kind of a running joke around here, but it seems that every time when I first put them in, they always want to be wilty for 2 or 3 days. But you can see they've got a whole lot of new growth on them, and they're starting to vine out good. Got a few weeds in there that I need to get to, but I don't mind. I do an awful lot of weeding, but you can see that they are, in fact, not pathetic, and they are growing very, very well and getting a whole lot of new growth on them. And one of the next things that is coming along too, right around the 4th of July, is that one. Actually, I'm going to start getting some more Durgan here, and actually we're going to plant pumpkins in here in about a week. Okay, over here, and well, you can tell there's been a bird around, but my snowball bushes have bloomed a really nice pretty pink. Wow, those are really gorgeous. Just had to stop by and look at the flowers. Okay, I did forget to stop over and look at the gourds. Those are all in my bushel gourds. And just peek down through here. That end has started to come up, but some of these smaller gourds actually can take up to 21 days to come in. So I'm going to give them just a little bit before I start blaming that on the rabbit. But I don't think that those have even tried to emerge yet. So I'm going to give them just a little bit longer. But we've got plenty of gourds coming up over here. And I am missing a few sunflowers. In fact, I see one that has been... Yeah, that one has been broken off and had the leaves eaten off of it. So, yeah, somebody's been out here. Alright, well, I am going to come through again in about a week and replant. I did replant some of these, but if he's already been eaten off, then I'm probably going to have to keep doing it. And I don't mind. Everybody has their arch nemesis and things going on in the garden this year, and this is just one I'm having to deal with. But one thing is that I don't have any problem replanting and replanting and replanting until I get what I want out here. So I guess it'll be another round of replanting. Okay, another thing I got done a couple of days ago. These are the colored pots that I have out here by both of the chicken coops. Excuse me. And these 4 over here were planted with loofahs and sunflowers. And the other 3 pots by the other chicken coop, I put in a specialty melon and sunflowers. So it's probably going to take them a little while to come up, and I've never grown loofahs before. So it's going to be a learning experience, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So just got to wait and see how they come up. Don't really think a rabbit's going to jump up in those pots, but you never know. The birds like to dig in the fresh dirt too. But we're going to leave those for a little bit, and we'll see how they do. Okay, so that's all the footage that I have for today. I had to run in and put my hat on because my hair was kind of crazy. The rain is definitely slowing down for now, but they're calling for widespread heavy thunderstorms later today. So I got to run and get a few things done, and maybe I can get caught up on a few things in the house today. But overall, it's nice and cool, and actually yesterday was pretty warm, so appreciate a cool day. But there is a lot of fun things growing in the garden, and I hope you enjoyed the walk around. I should probably go ahead and get out of here, but if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to ring that little bell to let you know when we're digging up something else. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything on your mind, please leave them in the little box below. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. I don't know. It's nice and cool. I wanted to just sit out here for a while. But I got stuff to do, and I gotta get moving. Anyway, don't forget, we love you, and we'll see you in the next one.